So happy morning. I was like, what is that stripe? It's my dialysis bag. Um, so it is almost 9 o'clock and I am way late on my dialysis today. Typically I do it at 7, 10, 1, and then like 5, give or take. But 9, that's really late. So I had an appointment, and then there were like these issues that kept dragging on and on and on, and it wasn't me. Like, I'm not the issue. But nonetheless, I couldn't control it. And so I kept thinking, oh my God, I'm going to be so off schedule. And that's not really a problem, but the problem is that I have Charlie today, and so that's going to throw everything way off. Although I think I get him around 12 or 1. So I don't know. It's going to be weird because I'm doing my exchange now, which basically makes it 9. And I should say I'm actually filling. So this is my first bag in at 9. So that would mean basically I need to round it to 9. So it'll be 10, 11, and 12. Maybe 1 I'll do my next exchange, which I don't know if Charlie will be ready for a nap at that point. And then 2, 3, 4-ish. And I have the jam tonight. So I may end up just doing 2 exchanges today, just because today got way off. The most important thing to do is to not do an exchange. So as long as you're doing the exchanges, that's the most important thing. I'm supposed to do 3 a day. Today might look like a 2-day or 2 times a day, which I do sometimes just to kind of give myself a little bit of the control over my own life. But again, I've never skipped a day, and life sometimes just slaughters the hours, and you have no other choice but to try to figure it out. Now, push come to shove, I could definitely go to the jam tonight with dextrose. It's just not the most convenient thing. I think I'll wait till a little bit later to decide whether or not I'm going to do that, because then what happens is if I do my exchange at 1, then that'll mean 2, 3, 4. I need to do a whole exchange, which is about 45 minutes. And then we'll scoot off to the jam around 6:30ish, 7. And so I don't have time to drain. I have to keep it all in until 10:30. So that's the other hiccup of how it might end up being. Now I could go out in the truck and drain. I could do that. So there are options. I don't want to say absolutely not, but at the same time, it would work. I just have to take my stuff and be mindful, or come home and do it. Either way, it's just kind of a drag. It can be. I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but that does happen to us. You know, you get in this rhythm and then people throw you off. And the biggest thing is that they don't understand our rhythm. They don't understand our scheduling. They don't understand our mindset. So you have to give them grace and understanding, because it's really easy to be like, to clap back and be like, you know, it's my dialysis time, you know, because they don't understand it. And even those who are around me, like my parents or, you know, like my family, it's not their responsibility to remember. So I have to continuously be on top of when I'm doing my exchange, what's going on during the exchange, what's going to happen after the exchange. You know, it's like, it's its whole lifestyle, but it's not impossible. And it's not overwhelming, really. It's just a habit that you didn't realize you were going to have until you have it. And that reminds me of when I first started with Beth, so like almost 4 years ago. And she had told me, well, I'm going to show you how to do it, and then you're going to do it. And I thought, oh, No, you do it, because it was very like scary. It feels scary, you know, in the beginning, because you have all these steps you have to go through. I'd always have my notebook out. I'd be out checking off which steps I've done. I was always ready for like disaster, you know, all these things. And she's like, just give it like a day. She's like, a day of you going home and doing it yourself at home, that's all you need. It's like driving a car. You have to get behind the wheel eventually and just do it. You have to dive into the water eventually, you know. And so when it comes to this, you have to do it. Nobody else can do it for you. I guess there's cases where people can do it for you, like your caretaker. Maybe you're super elderly or have an issue where you need somebody to do it for you. There's that. But the reality is that it's still our responsibility. Like, we still have to stay on schedule. We still have to keep it in mind. We still have to think about it. And so, you know, I mean, I don't know though, because like sometimes I think, would I let Donnie do my exchange steps? And I completely trust him. No, I would not, because I'm just so used to doing it. And if there's any area in your life that you need to be in control of and controlling, this is it. It's your dialysis exchange. So you don't want to just willy-nilly, anybody can like, come on in and hook me up, la la la. No, because there's so many germs that can happen. There's so many cross-contaminations. There's just so much. And so even though he's watched me do it, I actually would have to say that Charlie has probably watched me do my exchanges more often than anybody else, because he's in here with me when I do them 3 times a week, I want to say. Everybody else is just kind of out in the living room, or in fact I don't have anybody else in here other than Charlie when I do my exchanges. Not even his parents, nobody, you know. And they know, like, if they need to tell me something, they either text it to me because my door will be shut, or they will wait to tell me later. They know to not interrupt me, which is great, because there's sometimes people that just have difficulty with boundaries that way, and they don't want to be, it's like they're so focused on telling you the information, they don't realize that, okay, wait a second, I can be contaminated, so stay over there on that side, you know. Definitely would be difficult if you had people who did not understand boundaries. I have great people who understand it. So for me, it's good. I would say though, like, Charlie would not understand a boundary about it. But that's natural, because, you know, like, we're playing or we're doing something and then somebody else takes over watching him while I kind of tuck away into the bedroom, especially when he's not tired and ready for a nap. And he gets really upset, you know, and he'll bang on the door and cry. There's been a couple times where I'm like, maybe he is tired, and so I'll put him in here and he'll rest, but he'll not take a nap. And then he knows, as soon as I get these little red clips out, he knows that I'm going to pinch my hose or tube, and he's going to be able to get out of the pack and play. And so there's that, you know. It's funny how much he does know. And I think he likes to be in here with me. Maybe it gives him a little bit of quiet time. I don't know, now that I'm thinking about it. That could possibly be it. Like, he gets a little break from stimulation. His dad was very much like that. His dad was a watcher, and he didn't talk till he was like 3. Yeah. He would observe everything and everybody, and was very shy. He would hide behind me or his sister. And so I look at Charlie and I think he's pretty much similar, you know. He's got that watchful eye and that quiet soul and spirit. But then, you know, once he's comfortable, watch out, because he's crazy. So yeah, anyways, I'll have to decide whether or not I'm going to do my drain at the jam, which I can do, or if I'm just going to make this a 2-day situation. I am going to have a burger today. I decided I was going to eat a hamburger today. So that's another thing, is I look at that and I think, how much draining how much toxins am I going to create? Quite frankly, I think about that area of it. Like, I don't even know if you can calculate that at all, but I know that I kind of try to in my head, because Well, here's the thing. Like, I eat a lot of beef, or I eat a lot of meat. I'm a carnivore person. Um, I'm not, I will eat vegetables. There's a controversy about how good vegetables really are for you. And my thought has always been that the pharma is in deep pockets with the government, and that they are really out to poison us and keep us sick. You know, I mean, how easy can you control people if they are sick? And so I really do believe, like, research and studies have shown, like, way back in 70-ish, that when they started bringing out these cereals and these fast food things, that it was vegetable oil. It just really killed our systems. And so because of that, I'm very doubtful with how much our vegetables and fruits are actually vegetables and fruits, and how some of them have changed and evolved over time, and how readily available they are. Like, I'm really watching with Charlie, at least, how or what he's eating. So it's like, at my house, he doesn't get the sugary snacks, but he does get fruit. So I'm like, gosh, there's still strawberries, but when is strawberry season over? And when was it supposed to be? And so I try to get rid of strawberries for a while, and I'll bring in like blueberries, or get rid of that for a while and do bananas, get rid of that, do a mango, things like that. A pear, something that is going to not be something that's just always. But the thing that always is there for me is going to be bananas and avocado because of the potassium. And so when I look at that, and then, just like other things, like I don't eat kale, I don't eat spinach unless spinach is cooked. We're on dialysis, we're not allowed to eat raw beets. They have to be processed, and severely processed, like when they're canned and you get the can from the store, like that's processed enough to get the toxin out that we can't deal with. And so I don't over vegetable myself or fruit myself. And so because of that, it's like, okay, so if I ate a salad, I would definitely need to do just as much of an exchange as if I did a steak and potatoes. Like, I don't know how much toxin, I guess is the word to use, comes off of those foods, because on a day where I'm just doing 2 exchanges for some reason, should I eat the burger or should I eat a salad? Because I'm not doing the 3rd exchange to pull those toxins out that I'm creating. You know what I mean? So I'll definitely get them. I don't know. That's a weird question, because then I'm like, does our digestive system break it down immediately, or is it tomorrow's issue what I eat today? That's a good question. I might have to look that up, because that would definitely, yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. So I do know that I don't eat terribly enough to feel like I have to do extra dialysis exchanges because of what I've eaten. But I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird, like the way food is. I'll find that out. Like, does food digest immediately, or does it stay in your system? Like, when do you get rid of it? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. You have a good day. Drink your water. Bye-bye.